Bill McIntosh teaches AI non-stop. Success is his game, marketing's his fame. McIntosh, the marketing ace, follow his lead to the winning place. With AI become a spin, join him now, learn to win. Learn his way, don't delay. If you do, you'll make your fortune today.
Hey, welcome to the show. Of course, I'm Bill McIntosh. I am your host, and I am here to help you build an online business. And so whether or not this is your first online business and you're just getting started, or maybe you already have a business and you're looking for new ways to grow it, get traffic, make sales, get more profit in the door, that's what the show is all about. And that's what we're going to do today. So first up, let's just make sure that we are live. The broadcast has started. Do me a favor, give me a big warm hello. I saw Regina already said aloha from Kauai. So hello from over here and across the Pacific, Regina, but everyone else, give me a big hello in the chat. And where are you in the world? Let me know with your hello. Say hi and where you're from. I always love to see where our audience is from as we get started here. So, okay, cool. We got from Midduck, from Russ, Android Albert. Hello, Android. Is it Albert or Android? Anyway, Rizard, hello. Mary Beth, hello. Ryan, hello. Ryan's from Oklahoma. So hello, everyone. There we go. Russ, yeah, awesome. D Productions, welcome back to another show. From Aloha from Los Angeles. So you're a neighbor of mine. Warren, Michigan. Mary Beth is in Texas. Mississippi. G. Raleigh is in Mississippi. So awesome. All right, well, thank you for that. I always love seeing where everybody's from. And last little thing I want to do is check in and see if anybody is new. So if you are new to my weekly broadcasts, say I'm new in the chat. Let me know. And by the way, we have subscriber-only chat turned on. So you will need to subscribe to the channel. It's free. And you just tap the red subscribe button here on YouTube and it will subscribe you and it will unlock subscriber only chat. That way, that's how we kind of keep our chat nice and clean and friendly and helpful, is by doing that. And also by subscribing, you'll get notifications when we go live next week and the week after and the week after and so forth. And then we're always releasing new content on the channel here as well. So once or twice a week, we also release lessons and training and how-to training about all different ways of either starting or growing a business online. So thanks for that. And I see some more people chiming in here. They're from Short Gap, West Virginia, Ontario, Canada. Okay, a couple new people. So we got Called to Success and Kathy McDevitt is new. So welcome, both of you. Anyone else new? Don't be shy. Don't. I won't bite, I promise. But if anybody else is new, just say I'm new in the chat. And there we go. Oh, we got Anthony Porter is new as well. It looks like a few others. Okay, great. Well, welcome all of you who are new to this. So how I do these live shows, it's interactive and I work with you, the audience, throughout it. And what we do is I cover at least one training topic. So I'll do a training topic. Often it's something that's new or cutting edge. I'll do training on it, and then we open up and do live Q&A afterwards. So that's the concept of the show. Sometimes I'll do 2 or 3 training segments, and we do a Q&A period after each training segment that I do. And then it's a good time for us to hang out. And by the way, I wonder, is anybody out there, out behind my studio back there? Anybody out there? I realized I forgot a very important thing that I need for my show. And hey, can you go and look in my bathroom and get my phone? Yeah. Okay. Got to have that. It's really important. There's a very important part of our weekly shows that happens from that phone. So, and the joys of having a home office, right? So I get to have my studio here in the home, and there we go. All right. So, okay, audience is building. Everybody is here. A few more new people. That's awesome to see. And with that, we're going to get started. So thank you for that. So producer Nick, is there anything else that I need to cover housekeeping wise?
No, I think we can dive in. I know, because I'm going to be helping you with this, I got to share my screen, so I might fumble through that. We'll give the editor some work to do while I fumble through that, but that's all I can think of.
Okay, cool. Yeah, producer Nick and I are going to do this training show together today. And there we go. Got my phone, got all loaded up, and now I'm set. Okay.
I'll take myself off for the hook.
What's that?
I'll take myself off for the hook. Can you hear me very well?
I do. Yeah, just I am multitasking like a maniac. Let me go here. I forgot to open up YouTube Studio. Let me go in the studio in YouTube. There we go. There we have it. Okay, there we are. Oh, I know what I forgot. So one little quick plug before we get into today's content. So by the way, today we're going to be talking about a very controversial and very new thing. Like this is all unfolded in the last couple of days. It's an extremely controversial AI tool that has taken the world by storm and has literally smacked down some of the AI giants in the space. So all of the giants in Silicon Valley, whether it's OpenAI with their ChatGPT, whether it's Facebook with their AI tools, with Google with their AI tools, Twitter's Grok, all of them got a big smackdown this week. And there is a brand new kid on the block who is very controversial. So we're going to be talking about why that is, what's so controversial, and it's going to be using emotion to help you build a business. So we're going to show you how to use this brand new tool called DeepSeek. Who here has heard of DeepSeek? In the chat, let me know. Say yes or no in the chat. And no is fine. It really will help me know where everybody's at. Who here knows what DeepSeek is? Yes or no? Say that in the chat right now. And then I'm going to be adjusting my training a little bit based on your answers. You heard of DeepSeek? So we're going to show you how to use DeepSeek to get emotional and build a business. So it'll all make sense as we get to it. But that's today's training. It's going to be how to use DeepSeek, which one of the things that some people might really like about this is how much does DeepSeek cost, Dick? It's free. Yeah, there you go. So I know some of you all love free tools, free fun tools to play with. So that's it. Okay, looks like a lot of people have heard about. We do have some no's in the audience, though. So there are some no's in the audience who haven't heard of DeepSeek yet. So we're going to be covering it, and I'll show you what this new AI tool is, how it works, what's all the controversy about, and more importantly, how do you use it to build an online income stream? That'll be the topic of today. So that's what our training will be. And then the plug. So we do have I've been promoting, I have a friend of mine who's been doing a launch. He has a product launch of a product that he is promoting that helps people in an amazing way do what's called drop shipping. And if you're familiar with the drop shipping business model, that's where you can make a lot of money selling other people's products. They ship them, they fulfill them, and you could. I mean, I've seen these kids. I call them kids, but in their teens and 20s, making literally millions of dollars doing drop shipping. And drop shipping kind of fell all apart, got a bad name a couple of years ago. And there's a brand new way to do it. And my friend has a product launch. He's releasing a suite of AI tools and some training and to help you launch a drop shipping business with this brand new method. And it uses a traffic strategy that you've never seen before. So I am promoting this product launch. I am an affiliate. I'm actually competing right now. I'm on the leaderboard of that launch trying to win a prize. And so I will let you know, full disclosure, if you buy through that link, it helps me win a prize. And also I do get an affiliate commission. And I would like to share it with you if you haven't seen it yet. It is Aiden Booth's Omega launch is the name of it. A bunch of people are promoting it, and I'm fighting my way up the leaderboard. It's a great product. Even though I'm an affiliate and I am being compensated for saying this, I will tell you it is a great product, a great business model, highly endorsed by me. So if you'd like to watch a replay video of the Omega webinar that I did with Aiden, I brought him on live. I had him show the whole business model, reveal how it all works, show his tools. And if you'd like to see that, it is available. I do want to let you know the Omega product launch is closing tomorrow. So That's not up to me. I don't own the product, but he's closing the launch, and I've been told that it's being shut down for at least the next year, and he may come back next year. But if something that you are interested in or something you've been watching and you've been thinking about buying, I just want to let you know it closes tomorrow, and that's it. It will not reopen, I'm told, for another year. So if you'd like to get in, that's how he does his business. So I can say that that's probably what he's going to do. He does a product launch about once a year. That's how Aiden runs his business. And then all the rest of the year, his products are closed. So that's the launch ends tomorrow for everyone, not just for me, but for everyone promoting the launch. It closes down, and that's the end of that. So producer Nick, can you share that link out there? You already, it looks like you already did. All right, so I will pin that one in the chat. So those of you who want to go check that out, go save that link. Once we're off live, that pinned message will disappear. So pop that open in another tab and you can watch that afterwards. But there you go. Fair warning, heads up. Now everybody knows that it's closing. Okay, and of course I forgot to turn off my notifications. That's here. Let me turn them off over here. And make sure Skype is closed over here. And when we don't get interrupted again. Okay, I think all the places I can be disturbed are now closed. Okay, awesome. An audience is built up nice and good. So I think we're ready to get into today's training. Okay. It looks like some questions about the Omega thing. Do you want to, should we take those up real quick before we do the?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to read them for me? Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, I see one. This is from Misguided Meditations.
Okay.
They say, closes tomorrow, meaning will the software not work? Will there be no support?
No, so yes, there will be support all year long, and he will be working. That's the idea behind this, is he's selling it during the launch. He closes the launch, his company stays open, and then he takes all of the people that joined during the launch, and he's taking them all together. They'll be doing live and group training sessions, working and coaching everybody all through the rest of the year. So basically, if you want to buy in and be part of it, you have to do it by tomorrow. But he will support you all year long. So there's no, the support and software will continue for, forever, or as long as he's keeping his business running, which he's been in business 20 plus years. So I don't think he's going anywhere. Yeah. Okay, good. I just happened to notice I saw an Omega question. So wanted to get that out of the way before we do the content.
All right. So I guess I'll take myself off and then you'll call me back.
Yeah. And we're going to do a demo. So do you know what niche that you want to do the demo under?
Oh, I didn't think about that. What about, well, I was going to say golf, but I know nothing about golf, so I can't evaluate if it's good or not.
Okay.
You always like to do dogs. Do you want to do dogs again?
Well,
Why don't we ask the
audience,
chat?
We're going to do a live demo, and we're going to be using the strategy. Producer Nick is going to share his screen. We're going to do a live demo of the strategy we're talking about today. Throw in some niche suggestions. I can't promise you we'll pick yours, but throw them in there. And Nick, it's your discretion. You pick the one that you think will be a good example that we can get some good results from. Okay, and you can pick one or make your own. It's totally at your discretion.
Got it. All right.
All right. Well, then let's record the hook, and we shall get started.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So those of you who are new to our weekly shows, I do this where I record our training. So this I'm going to first record what's called our hook. That's the intro of the video, where that grabs your attention, hooks you in, and makes you want to watch the video. And so I'm going to record that video hook right now, and then we're going to dive in and we're going to do our training. Throughout this whole process, we are recording this training with the intention of releasing it in courses and content. And we have a whole content team that takes this video, they edit it down, try to make a bunch of valuable stuff out of it. So I'm going to just keep on going with Nick. We're going to finish the content, and then we'll open back up to Q&A. So I want just a fair warning that we are here live. We will answer all of your questions. And I haven't gone crazy. If you hear me making notes for my editor or doing retakes, I am live. I am here with you. It's just we're going to come back to chat and do our Q&A as soon as the training segment is over. Okay. All right. Thanks for all those niche suggestions. Keep them coming. And then we're going to do that demo in just a moment. Okay, I got that silenced, got my teleprompter, and here we go. What if I told you there's an AI tool that can hack Google's algorithm and help you build $1 million business? Now, it does this by uncovering exactly what people will give you money for, and then it works with you to turn that into big old piles of profit. Now, this AI tool that I'm talking about is called DeepSeek AI, which is so powerful that it can basically single-handedly tank all those other billion-dollar Silicon Valley tech giants out there in a matter of days. It hit the scene, was released, and completely destroyed the leaderboards of the AI world. And DeepSeek beats out all the other AI models on almost every important benchmark out there. It even beats OpenAI. They're the big original giant in the AI space. OpenAI has something that costs $200 a month, their O1 model in their pro account, and it even beats that $200 a month version of OpenAI. Now, the crazy thing about this is that it is 100% free. Right now it is, at least. And the thing you want to ask yourself is why? Why is DeepSeek so special? Why can DeepSeek build a multi-million-dollar online business better than other tools that are available right now? Well, that's because DeepSeek is a psychological warfare machine. And I mean this in several different ways. Now, instead of just jumping to conclusions like other AI tools do, it actually breaks down every problem. Every time you talk to it, it will break down what you say to it into tiny logical steps. It's almost like watching a master strategist solve a puzzle or win a chess game in real time. So when you ask DeepSeek to analyze your market and for your business or do research for you, it just doesn't automatically spit out a list and say, oh, here you go, here's what you should sell. Instead, it methodically thinks through the psychology of what you need to do. It actually understands by this research and what it does, it can dig in and find the deepest fears, the hidden desires, the things that people out on the internet are willing to give you money. What are the things that keep them up till 3 a.m. scrolling through their phone looking for answers? Well, DeepSeek finds those for you so you can make profit by helping people with those things. Now, this means that DeepSeek can basically crawl into your customers' brains. It exploits their darkest fears. It spits out million-dollar business ideas that feels like it's reading their mind. So in this video, I'm going to reveal step by step how to use DeepSeek to make money online this year. Because I took this groundbreaking moment in technology and I've boiled it down to a simple two-stage process. First, you're going to use it to dig up the most profitable products in your market that people just can't ignore. Then it's going to show you how to drive a mind-boggling amount of traffic. That means visitors, eyeballs on your website ready to buy your stuff. And it does this on autopilot with DeepSeek's emotional search engine optimization. You might be wondering, what the heck is that? Stick around, you'll find out. And if you stick around with me to the end of this video, because I'm going to be sharing here. Okay. Note for editor, I'm going to reshoot this. Note to editor, pick it up from here and clean it up. Now, you'll want to stick around to the very end of this video because I'm going to be sharing 10 free prompts to clone this system. You want to do this before the US actually bans DeepSeek and this video gets deleted because there's some controversial things going on here between China and the United States and some fighting. So you want to get this while you still can. Are you ready? Awesome. Let's dive in. Okay, there's my hook. Producer Nick, all good? Is that
great?
Okay.
I actually had DeepSeek help with the hook. I gave it my slides, and then I gave it the Mr. Beast manual. And I said, use the Mr. Beast manual to help me write a hook. and I had to make some edits, but it did like 90% of the legwork. And usually I use Claude, and in my opinion, it blew Claude out of the water. And I pay $20 a month for Claude. So,
well, I know. Yeah, I mean, I'm still stuck just using ChatGPT because of habits. With OpenAI. I know you've moved on to Claude because it's better, and then now DeepSeek is even better than Claude now. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is, you ask Claude or ChatGPT for like, psychographics. You want the pain points, the 10 PGB, and it'll give you good stuff. But sometimes it's a little, unless you're an expert prompt engineer, it's a little flat or generic. But with DeepSeek, I feel like it's a CIA interrogator, or like like someone who's an expert in like NLP or something. And it's like, I was playing around behind the scenes. Someone gave the suggestion for low back pain, which I have experience with. So I was playing around with it, and some of the stuff it came up with, I was like, because I'm the target market, and I'm like, oh, that hits me. I definitely have that pain point or that desire or that's exactly what's going on in my mind. So I'm excited to see what we'll do today. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to be diving in. I'm going to show my screen, and we're going to go through the steps. And so I'm going to be walking through the steps, and then producer Nick will share his screen, and he's going to be showing you on screen how it works as we go. Okay. Now, one thing I want to get out of the way really fast before we get into the how-to of this is that there's a lot of controversy about DeepSeek. It's actually a product of China. There's a lot of, we'll call them conspiracy theories, but these days, almost every conspiracy theory seems to come true. But the rumors are that China is backing this in order to destabilize US-based tech companies, which makes a lot of sense. Like if I were playing chess internationally, that is a smart move on China's part. So it is a Chinese product. It was released probably to kind of dethrone OpenAI and to cause chaos in the US markets. As an example, as soon as DeepSeek was released, the big giant NVIDIA, who releases hardware, they're the hardware sellers to the Western world for AI hardware. Their stock price tanked. I mean, I don't know how many hundreds of billions of dollars they lost in valuation. Do you know, Nick?
And I know NVIDIA, I think it was $500 billion.
$500 billion. So, wow. Okay. So
I know it's over $1 trillion for all of Silicon Valley. I don't know how it's distributed, but I think NVIDIA was $500 billion.
So that's how much of a threat that the world thinks of DeepSeek. And I do think it is a bit of a propaganda PR move, the way they've released it and how they released it. And I think there's a lot of things that they're not being truthful about their technology. But at the end of the day, it works really well, and it's free. So if you'd like to use it, some people may not want to use it. Some people may. I will tell you, though, it is good. It is, in many cases, superior, at least at the time of recording this, to other AI tools. And there is a way to use it for free, which a lot of people will like. So I figured I should show this so you can all see how to use it to make some money. So there we go. That's the controversy about DeepSeek. And with that, I think we should move on to the topic at hand, huh, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get my screen sharing. I want to share my presentation on my side. And I think you have screen sharing set up as well, right?
Yep.
Okay. I think there we go there. Okay, and like usual, by the way, we have a slide deck that accompanies this video training. If you'd like to download the slide deck that comes with all the prompts and all the resources and material and the written material from this video, it's free. You can download it absolutely free. Just go look at the link in the description or in the comments below. Go click it. Subscribe. We have a free newsletter. You'll subscribe to that newsletter and you can get all this stuff for free. Now, I want to show this really quick. And for those who are non-technical, it might not make a lot of sense. And let me go full screen here. But Nick, do you want to explain what this is and why it is so important for people to understand the value of DeepSeek?
Yeah, so those are benchmark tests. And basically what they're doing is testing how smart a given AI tool is. And you can see they're testing Claude, GPT-4o. You can see DeepSeek there. Well, there's DeepSeek V3 and there's DeepSeek R1. We're talking about DeepSeek R1 today. They also have OpenAI O1, which is supposed to be the heavy-duty pro $200 a month model. And if you notice, can you double click it so it's like full screen?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll just fix this in post. But for people live, if you notice, some of the numbers are bolded, and that means it won on the benchmark. And if you notice, DeepSeek R1, all the way on the right side of the screen, is dominating all of the benchmarks, which means it's smarter and faster and better than all of the other AI tools. And the crazy thing is, it's free. To get Claude 3.5 Sonnet, you need to pay $20 a month. To get GPT 4.0, you need to pay $20 a month. To get DeepSeek R1, which blows those out of the water, you pay $0.
Yeah, well, and OpenAI's, if you want to use their O1 model at any kind of volume, that's $200 a month. So,
yeah, and it beats O1.
So there you go. All right, so enough with that. We'll move on. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through a 2-stage process, okay? And I don't know, Nick, if you want to I think you're highlighting everything on your side.
That's not me. That's one of the viewers that went in and they highlighted everything.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, so it looks like Gwendolyn Gold is.
I already put it in the ClickUp. She went and she.
It's already in the ClickUp. Okay, so note for editor, you can clean up this discussion. But yeah, so Gwendolyn, I don't know if you're out there, but if you can unhighlight everything, I don't know how. I'm not sure. How did she get editor rights?
No, she doesn't have editor rights. Oh, there she goes. Looks like she.
Okay, thank you for that. That was weird. Okay, so we're going to pick this up then. So editor, you can pick it up from here. And so we're going to start this 2-stage process. We have a set of prompts that go with it. And then we're going to talk through this and explain why we're doing the things we're doing and show you step by step. So we're going to start with stage 1. And then we're going to use DeepSeek R1's. Its chain of thought is the method. That's what it's called when you have an AI think through and break down problems and then solve them step by step. Okay, so we're going to be digging in to reverse engineer the psychology of your potential market. So let's say you decide you want to serve the pet market as an example. You could go in and you could use this method to dig deep and learn all about what are the biggest, most important problems and goals and the issues, the things that are important to that market, so that you can then design products around them, courses around them, trainings, lead magnets, all the stuff that you need to be able to build and launch a successful business. You can do all the research for that using this strategy. Anything else you want to cover on the theory behind this, Nick, before we do the demo?
I guess I can just reiterate what we're doing in stage 1. What we're doing in stage 1 is we're just uncovering people's deepest problems, goals, and desires. We're going to have DeepSeek. It's going to be a back and forth. DeepSeek's going to interview us. We give it back some answers. And based on the information, it will give us what it thinks are the most profitable digital products we can launch in our target niche.
Okay, cool. Well, then why don't we pull your screen up and let me see. You want me to add it to the stage, or you want to do it?
Oh, I got it.
Okay. Okay,
all right,
cool. So then we're starting with stage 1. There's 2 stages and multiple steps in each stage, but we'll start with stage 1. And hey, Nick, I'll hand it to you.
All right. So the first prompt is stage 1. We're going to be priming DeepSeek so it knows what it's supposed to be doing. I'll read it real quickly. It says, "You are a market research and offer creation expert. I'm launching a digital product online and I need your help figuring out what to launch. In this conversation, I would like you to help me come up with a compelling digital product that will solve my customers' deepest problems. This offer should be so compelling that my customers feel obligated to take it. My next prompt will get us started. Do you understand?" And if you notice, this isn't the actual answer yet. I've turned on DeepThink. DeepThink is basically showing us DeepSeek's internal monologue behind the scenes. You can see it thinking about my prompt. And sometimes it can get beefy. Like if you notice, look at all those steps.
So that's the internal thinking it's doing to try to come up with your answer, basically.
Yeah, and this is what makes it special versus, a lot of the other AI tools. So this is the actual answer. This is the output. And it's given us 5 questions. It's interviewing us now. Oh, I just realized something. Here, I guess note for editor. I didn't even ask it to give the questions yet, so it's jumping the gun and getting excited. But yeah, so this is the actual output. We've primed it. It knows what it's supposed to do, and it's ready for the next instructions. So we'll move on to the second prompt, which is have DeepSeek interview you.
Yeah, and by the way, if DeepSeek decides to start interviewing you early, like it did in this case, just ignore it and skip ahead to the next step. Yeah.
1 second. Hey, can you hear me?
Good. I hear you. Do you hear me?
1 second. Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
My headphones just got knocked off of Bluetooth. Apologies, everyone.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. So we'll pick it up from here. So note to editor, you can clean it up and pick it up from here. So, all right. Well, then let's go on to step 2.
All right. On this step, we're going to be asking it for our interview questions. Please give me a set of 5 questions. My answers to these questions will help uncover the biggest problems my customers have. So we're going to give it our specific niche. And Bill, I was thinking someone in chat mentioned doing lower back pain, which I like that idea because I can evaluate. I'm the target market. I have a slip disc, and so I have crazy sciatic nerve pain for my lower back.
So I can sell you some low back pain training materials. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think? You want to do that niche?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think let's go for that. Yeah, especially if you've got it and somebody in the audience recommended it. Let's do that.
All right.
I'm spilling coffee. I'm spilling coffee all over myself here. So excuse me, everybody.
All right. So here's our niche. My product will be in solving lower back pain. Remember, you are helping me uncover information about my market. So don't ask me questions I would expect you to uncover like this. My answer to these problems will help you figure out what my customers' biggest problems are so we can solve them. All right, let's go.
So now we've primed it. It's going to interview you, right?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So we'll let it's thinking through the process and trying to determine what questions to ask you and all that. So,
okay, cool.
Okay, cool. So then you would answer these questions. Well, for the sake of this video, we'll make it very, very short and quick, but
yeah.
But you can be much more in depth depending upon how much time you want to spend on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to give it the answer to these problems and to these questions. And based on my answers, it's going to give me 20 problems, goals, and desires my customers will have that ideally our product is going to solve. So we'll start with what specific daily activity or habit makes their lower back pain flare up or worse? I can't go on very long walks. Can't stand up or walk for more than 20, 30 minutes straight without extreme pain. 2, what hack or quick fix have they tried that worked at first, but then failed? I tried, this is me personally, I tried going to a chiropractor.
So in this case too, I know Nick is saying I, but he's referring to the end customer of this market, you know? So you're kind of putting yourself in your customer's shoes and answering this question on their behalf. Yeah.
I can't hike. I've been wanting to hike with my girl. She loves hiking. She wants to bring me with her, but I can't go with her.
Okay.
I also can't deadlift or squat, which I'd like to do. All right. What do they secretly believe is true about their back pain that's holding them back? I'm busy. I don't want to spend 20 hours a week doing physical therapy, so I don't think I have the time to actually take care of it. So it'll take too much time.
Okay.
And then 5, how would they sacrifice to solve this problem for good?
And then while you're thinking about that too, I want to emphasize a couple of things here, just in general about this step. So one of the things that you can do with these questions that Nick is currently answering, either you can put yourself in your prospects, in your market's shoes and answer for them. The other thing you could do is take these questions and survey them if you have the ability to, whether it's through social media, your email list, or otherwise, to also get answers to these questions. So, and then you can come back to DeepSeek and continue the process. But so whether it's you putting yourself in your potential customer shoes and answering, or literally taking these questions and creating a survey, either way is a valid way to proceed with this process.
If you have a list, you could do a reply back campaign with these questions. Yeah. And that would be super helpful. All right. I have my answers. So let's send it and see what happens.
So it's doing the thinking part now, right?
Right. All right, Here we go. So here are the pain points.
And I want to emphasize this step and how important that this is. So understanding the pain points, and I'll often refer to them as problems of your market, is essential to a successful business. So, or successful sales in general. Even if you're selling affiliate products, you're selling physical products, whatever, understanding the market's pain points and problems is vital. It really does make such a humongous difference in your ability to make money and the ability to sell those products when you have this understanding, so that you can present your potential products and services, or the affiliate products or physical products, whatever they are, as solutions to those underlying issues. It makes a tremendous difference, and it's often the reason the difference between success and failure. So I've been able to watch so many people that, as I coach people on starting businesses or through social media and my following, I get a chance to see tens of thousands of entrepreneurs work on their businesses. And often this is the failure point of whether or not they succeed or not, is did they go deep enough with these problems and the underlying important emotional psychology of their market? And they didn't. They went too shallow, or they made assumptions, and then they fail. So this helps make sure that you're going to get started off with the right intelligence, the right knowledge to ensure your business is successful. So
yep.
All right. So what did it uncover, by the way? Anything good?
Oh yeah, this is basically exactly what I'm experiencing. I told it this, but crippling pain after 20, 30 minutes of walking. Activity grief, inability to hike, lift weights, or enjoy physical hobbies they once loved. Time anxiety, overwhelm at the idea of adding hours of rehab to their already busy schedule. Guilt over missed experience. I have this a lot. All my friends going to Universal Studios or something, and I can't join them because I don't want to be in a wheelchair or something. These all stand out to me. And with this is the final prompt of stage 1. What I went and did is I picked out the ones that were the biggest pain points. So these ones resonated the most, or I thought I would resonate the most with my customers. They're numbered. So I said, based on these, please give me 10 to 20 potential digital products I can launch. And it's going to do it in a table with the format, the name, the pricing, a description of the product, and a core problem the product solves. And let's let it rip.
And I want to remind you at this stage too that all of the prompts that Nick is using in this demo are available to you if it's free Ingeniosity newsletter subscriber. Link is in the description or in the comments below this video. Make sure you grab your copy of that. You can download the slide deck you saw me sharing. It'll have all the prompts in it, and any other resources and training that comes with this video will be included absolutely free. Just go subscribe, and then it's yours. It's our gift to you. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So how many is it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. It gave us 10. So we can look at these, see which format we like best. I like to pick one. This isn't included in the prompts, but this is extra because you can break outside of the framework a little bit. You can wiggle around. I like to, take my favorite and then ask it if it could be more thorough and elaborate, because this is kind of like, like the 30,000 foot view, very general view of the digital products. I mean, Bill, you've made $100 billion online. Looking at these, is there, this is a challenge plus workbook. And I know you like challenges.
I do love challenges. Yeah, they're a really powerful selling tool, especially if you plan to sell ongoing products or higher ticket products. A challenge is often a great way to get someone started with your company. Like you can sell a challenge funnel and then sell them more stuff afterwards. That's often a really good strategy. I love the surgery escape plan. I think that probably a lot of people have that. That would be my guess too. I think that I really love that. So it gives you an alternative to surgery. Deadlift again masterclass. I guess that would be if you were maybe wanted to target a younger male demographic like yourself. That would probably be good.
I would buy that. I'd buy that for that price point too. That's $300.
Yeah. So I think it depends slightly. And then, as you're going through this, you kind of understand who you would like to resonate with. If you're trying to resonate with older people that have back pain, probably the deadlift course is not going to be the right one. Maybe that's more like the one about surgery, or like the back to life blueprint that I see there. So, but a lot of good stuff. I see a lot of great ideas so far.
Let's do the challenge. Let's ask it to be more thorough and elaborate on the challenge. So I'm gonna let it rip and have it go now.
Great. And then, by the way, this is a perfect chance to also plug something. So at the end of this video, I'll talk more about it. But one of the things that is I have a different AI tool. So we're showing you how to use DeepSeek to do this research manually. But a lot of what we're seeing that you're doing here can be done by complete automation using my push button AI technology. So if you would rather just answer 2 questions and hit a button and then let it all be done for you, we do have a solution that makes it drop dead push button simple. And more on that a little bit. I'll tell you more about that product later. But if you want to do it, do your own research and do it manually with DeepSeek, this is a fantastic way to do it.
Yeah. Right. So do you want to do a quick run through of it got more thorough. It gave us the deep dive. Do you want to skim it real quick?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It looks good. I think,
yeah,
I like it. I think it looks really good.
Yeah, I agree.
And so then, I guess at this stage we would move on to stage 2, right? And is that what comes next?
Yes. Yeah. Next, stage 2, we have our offer. Now it's time to drive traffic to our offer.
Yeah. And there's a classic line in online marketing that to make a profitable business, you need traffic and conversions. Anybody heard that before? So in fact, there was an entire event that went on for over a decade, a giant event that was called Traffic and Conversions that they used to put on. I don't think they're going to be doing that anymore, but for many years, that was the biggest event of the year in the online marketing world. And it is true. And this 2-stage process gives you exactly that. We did it backwards though. We got your conversions first, right? So you now know what your product should be, a digital product. Of course, in this case, we're looking at a challenge where, it might be like a 5-day challenge or 30-day challenge or whatever it would be for you. But now we got the product ideas if we can make our product, but now we need traffic. And that's what we're going to move on to now. So stage 2 is all about the traffic. And I thought this was really brilliant. I liked the way you called it emotional search engine optimization.
So it's a quick thing.
Yeah.
DeepSeek came up with that.
Oh,
Called it
wow.
emotional SEO. Yeah.
See, there's an example. As a marketing tagline, I love that concept. And yeah, so DeepSeek gave you that idea when you were putting this presentation together?
Yeah, so I have a whole workflow when I'm setting up the packaging and the hooks and the positioning for my videos. I do it in Claude. Since today's video is all about DeepSeek and we're pivoting over to DeepSeek, I said, well, why not try it in DeepSeek today? So I did. I like it better. I don't know. I might drop Claude. So depending on how DeepSeek goes, if it doesn't get banned.
You're going to turn into a communist soon.
Yeah. Glory to Xi Jinping.
All right. So with that, let's show them how to do emotional SEO using DeepSeek.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm going to do it in the same chat so it knows that we're using it to drive traffic to our offer we just chose.
Yeah, I love that. It's it's Prime. So this chat window, so everyone is following along with us. The chat window you see over there is primed. It knows it's discussing this product. It understands the niche it's talking about. It has short-term memory about this topic. So when we're going to move on to doing our traffic strategy, it's very useful to do the rest of the work in the same chat window. Some people make the mistake of opening up a new chat window and doing it there. And in that case, it forgets all the short-term memory that it's got about this conversation that you see over there. It is going to just forget it. So stay in the same window when you move on to this stage 2, or come back to it. Find it in your tabs, come back to it, and then restart the conversation where you left off. So back to you, Nick. Yeah,
we're going to be priming it again because if you go up to the top, we want it to be a market research and offer creation expert. Now we want it to be an expert in SEO. So I started it off with next we're going to set up an SEO strategy to drive traffic to this offer. Act as an SEO expert specializing in handling lower back pain. Focus on each.
So let's not get into the technical stuff today because I don't want to get into having to define it. So there's a bunch of technical search engine optimization terms in this prompt. I don't want to get into having to explain all that today. So we'll skip past that. But just know that all of the technical SEO, there's a lot of specific techniques and terminology that relates to ranking in the search engines that Nick has put in that prompt. And we're not going to go through defining them all today, but so just take the prompt as it is and submit it in there. Yeah.
Okay. So while it's thinking, I'll give that last sentence. It says content should reach people on an emotional, desire-based level and should not be flat and or generic. Avoid generic advice. Recommend actionable, data-backed strategies. So there it goes. It's thinking. So I'm going to grab this next prompt.
Cool. And I see in our audience, they're looking for the link to subscribe. So I'm going to put that out there right now. So I'll pop into the chat, and it's pushbutton.ai/subscribe. That's where you can go.
Yeah.
But I'll pop the link in the chat. Let's see if I'm trying to type it manually without misspelling it. Let's see. There we go. So that's out there. I popped that out into the comments so you can see that out there. But it's pushbutton.ai/subscribe. That's where you can go subscribe to the free newsletter where you'll get all these prompts like the one with all the technical search engine terms in there that Nick was using.
All right. So it knows what to do. It's primed. If you notice, it kind of jumped the gun. It started doing a lot of the work without us asking before.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bill mentioned earlier, you can just ignore it and continue with the next step in the prompt, and it'll work the way it's supposed to work. So next, we're going to uncover problems and goals. So I'm going to copy the prompt over. And so what we're doing is we're getting it to list the top 20 to 30 unspoken fears, frustrations, and goals of our audience. So for the topic of lower back pain, list all the problems and fears. Focus on problems solved in lower back pain. All right, so let's let it rip.
All right, cool. I see people out there in the audience subscribing to get the prompts and the deck. So while the AI is talking, it's a great chance to plug it. So not only will you get the deck and the prompts from today's training, but we have an archive of over 20 different, we call them playbooks. So they're slide decks with resources, prompts, and all the stuff you need. And then there's always an accompanying YouTube video that goes along with it you can use to implement the tactics. And you'll get all of them. They're all free. So you'll see them in there. There we go. And I had to fix the link, and I had the first time I put the link in misspelled. I deleted that and reposted it. So if you tried to click the first link, it was bad. The second link should work. Let me just make sure. Yeah, the second link I put in, well, the only one left in the chat, by the way, is the correct link.
So I want to touch on this because this is an area that makes DeepSeek far superior to the other tools out there at the moment. It understands human psychology in ways that the other tools are lagging behind in. So these are all, like I said, we just got to mention all of the unspoken fears, frustrations, and goals people have in this area. I'm reading these. These are legit. Some of them like attend my kid's soccer game. I don't have a kid's soccer game to attend, but a lot of these, that like I'm reading that and I'm like, oh yeah, that's something I definitely experience. And this is where it really wins. We mentioned how it's like a CIA interrogator or like an expert psychologist. This is where.
And so the reason we're doing this, I want to tap into that a moment too, is because I think a lot of people get overly focused on keywords and they'll use different keyword tools that are just looking at the words and phrases. Here, we're attacking it from a slightly different perspective. We're looking at the humans, right? So we're taking it's funny, we're using AI to do it, but we're taking a more human perspective, and that we want to see what are the things that are impacting people that would drive them to the search engine, and what are the kind of problems that they're going to be searching to solve. Slightly different approach to trying to find ways to rank in the search engines, right?
Right. So what we're going to do next is our next prompt is to come up with ideas for titles for blog posts. So this next prompt, you don't have to plug anything in. You can just give it to it as is. Combine the pain points, fears, and frustrations and goals to create 30 potential blog titles. Mix formats. Oh, look, it's grouping them like by format, by cluster.
Great. Well, that just helps you establish yourself as a topical authority in this area. So by grouping the different kinds of content you might make and put on your site, it'll establish you in Google's mind as an authority in this area. So I love that. And I hope those watching this video understand the difference between this, right? So we're crafting content targeted towards real world, real life issues that people experience, and we know they're going to be searching for solutions to them. So again, a slightly different approach to how to attract people to your website, but a very, very powerful one. Those look great. Right. What do you think?
I know. These look, some of them I noticed, let me try and find an example. Like this one, I canceled 12 hikes before learning this nerve glide. This is like, it's using like an anecdote or a case study that it presumes is real. So you don't want to, there might be room for slight modification or editorializing these titles when it comes up with things like that. But for the most part,
funny, that technique, the nerve glide, I know that's a specific technique because I've used it to cure I had issues with my neck and shoulder. And that was a technique I used actually to cure that. So I know that's very interesting to see it being applied here to lower back pain.
Oh, this is good. Let's do this one. So for the rest of the tutorial, we're going to be picking one title and building at the blog post for that one title. But I like this one. Resting ruins your back. Why movement, not bad rest, heals chronic pain faster. So
now what do we do?
We're going to generate what are called LSI keywords and subtopics related to that title. So let me bring the prompt in.
And to clarify what that means a little bit, LSI stands for Latent Semantic Indexing, which is a very fancy way of saying, what do the search engines expect you to say if you're someone who understands the topic that you're writing about, right? So an expert on a topic would tend to use certain words, or a person knowledgeable or familiar with a topic is going to be using a certain specific set of words. That perhaps if you hired an outsourcer, let's say you've hired someone from the Philippines or India or somewhere to write an article for you, they would not have that specialized knowledge. They probably would not use that terminology. So these are the words and phrases that the search engines like Google expect you to be talking about inside your content. And if those words and phrases are missing, that makes your content suspicious in the mind of Google. So that's what that means. Cool. A lot of great keywords.
I know.
And I love this because it is a completely different way of looking at how to do SEO. We've basically flipped SEO on its head. Instead of starting with keywords, we start with humans and work our way from there. What's the next step?
All right, next step, prompt number 5 of stage 2. We're going to outline our blog post. I'm going to drop this here, create an optimized outline for, I got to grab our blog post title again.
And then we're almost done with our prompting. We have one more prompt to go after this, and we're going to get our final product.
Right.
Which, by the way, I would love to hear in the comments what kinds of niches that you would like to use this strategy for. Anybody have any ideas of what niches you might want to go into, knowing now that you have a tool like this to help you really dig in and research and launch a brand new business? Or maybe you're already in a particular niche market. Let me know what niches you'll be using this stuff for. Drop it in the comments, and would love to hear how you would plan to use this. And also, let us know any questions that you have about how to implement this. If there's anything that is unclear or you need clarification on, ask those questions as well. Drop those into the comments, and we'll be doing our best to help you with that as well. All right. So, wow. So it's now outlining the whole article.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, by the way, those who are not familiar with HTML or writing web pages, you'll notice it's saying H1, H2, H3. Those stand for headlines, right? So that'd be like, and then in the code that makes up the page, that determines how big or how you format the headlines and subheadlines of your document. So that's when you see those H1s, H2s. Those are the headlines, the subheadlines, and so forth.
All right. So we're coming up to the end. We got the outline, and now we're going to have it write up a first draft based on the outline that it just came up with.
And then I want to remind everybody, too, that there is a huge benefit to the way Nick has done this all within the same chat window. So AI has a very short-term memory, I guess is the best way to put it, right? It does not really have very much long-term memory. This is one of the flaws of modern current AI systems that they're working very hard to address. But basically the AI models that create this content that is writing, that you'll see it writing right over there, its long-term memory is where it will go to typically. There's also short-term memory, which is what is contained in the chat window that you see that we're typing in. And it's so by keeping it in that same chat window, it preserves not just the long-term memory of the entire model, but the short-term memory as well. And it orients it to be talking about those things. Whereas if you open up a brand new chat window, or maybe you move to a different AI tool, it's going to forget all of what you just talked about. And it's going to just be looking at what you type in the chat newly, as if it just erased everything, Like if you guys have seen, what was that movie where the guy resets it's a girl who resets her memory every day when she wakes up, and he's trying to, he basically has to re-woo her as his as
I haven't
from
seen that one.
Yeah, it's a romantic comedy. Anybody remember what that show was? I don't know. It was a movie a while back. It might have been in the 90s even, but so before your time, Nick. But I remember she had to wait. She woke up every morning and forgot that she knew the guy.
Is it 50 First Dates? This comes from chat.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah. So that's AI, right? That's AI. It wakes up every morning and it forgets what it just talked to you about. So
So we got our first draft.
How does it look?
It looks good. I do want to mention because the prompt, we use the prompt to generate the first draft of our blog post, and it's an excellent first start. One of the things I noticed, it does look at quotes a study. Well, AI, it doesn't straight up hallucinate, just like make up statistics anymore. What it might do is find a real statistic or a real study, but botch the details very slightly, like misnaming the author or giving you a fake link to the study. So what you might have to do, if it links a study or if it gives you a quote from a fake physiologist or something, find those and then, just go out and fact check it real quick and find a real study, which you can do very quickly. But you're basically just filling in the blanks. Think of it like a template that you go out and you switch things. Like here's another example. This isn't a study. They give us a case study of someone who is suffering from sciatica. Obviously, this isn't a real individual, but it wouldn't be that hard. You could use a tool like Perplexity, which goes and searches the web to fill in the blank and find real case studies. Actually, I haven't tried this, but DeepSeek can search the web. So you can say, for this case study, for this, NIH study, please go and find me links to real studies or real case studies. We can replace those.
Well, it'd be very interesting. So here's something that you can do also. Is like this is your first draft, as you said, right? This doesn't have to be the final finished article. So we can continue to have a conversation and guide the AI. So if you see particular things you like or don't like about your content, you can tell the AI that and ask it to regenerate the article. So let's just see what happens. Like turn on search and let's ask it to research the any case studies or specific what do we want to say? Any case studies or specific references, can it research them and correct the details? So can you search the web to research the details and correct them?
So for any specific case study statistics or specific references, can you go out and search the web to, you say want to correct them? Or
correct and clarify them. Let's just see what that does.
Okay. Okay. So right now, DeepSeek's getting a ton of traffic. It's also, didn't they talk about how it's actually under attack right now too?
Yeah, I know they've slowed down registrations because they say they're under attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sorry, DeepSeek search service is busy. Please disable search or try again later. So I don't know, Bill, if you want we can open this chat later when it will let us search the web, but it's saying it won't search the web right this second.
Okay, well, let's show another example of how you can talk to the AI. And so let's ask it to expand this and make it more comprehensive. Let's try that.
Okay.
But that's just a simple example. So you can also give it certain guidance. Like, let's say you liked one thing it talked about, but not another. You could give it feedback and ask it to regenerate the article. Kind of think of it as if it were an actual real assistant. So if you had an intern working for you, sitting alongside of you, what would you say to them about that article? And you can give the AI feedback and then tell it to, like, hey, go and research this and make it longer. Go and research this and make it shorter. Talk more informally. Dig into this one particular point. But you can give it guidance and then and walk it through improving that article until you're satisfied with it. Okay, cool. Wow, it's even giving you some SEO data on how to SEO that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, then because if we go up, if we scroll way back up earlier in the chat, it gave us, I think it was 30 different ideas for blog posts we could make.
Yeah, so you can come back to this chat window and regenerate a new blog post every day.
Yeah. And that's your traffic strategy, the stage 2 traffic strategy to promote your offer.
Well, cool. Well, hey, I want to thank you for doing the demo of DeepSeek today and showing everybody how it works. But I want to let the audience know that we have tools that actually make this even easier. So we have 2 stages that Nick just took you through. One to help you research and launch a product, and another to help you research and launch your traffic. Well, our push button AI tactics and our push button AI system and software, it does all of this for you. So it's hands-free. You just answer 2 questions and you hit a button, and it can do what you just saw, Nick go through here. And it can not only do the research, launch your product, write your product. It creates your entire website, helps you register a domain name, writes your entire course. It can write your articles, get you traffic, make your videos, write your emails, make your logo. It sets up your website, launches it to the web, and a whole lot more. So if you'd like more information about push button AI, we'll drop a link to that in the chat and in the description below. But you can head over to pushbutton.ai/demo to learn more. You can actually schedule a demo. So make sure you sign up there. There'll be a little video from me explaining it, and then you can book an appointment in the calendar to get your own live demo, and you can see for yourself what it does. But it takes everything Nick showed you, supercharges it, and does it 100% automated. So again, more information, click the link or head over to pushbutton.ai/subscribe for a much more automated and much more intelligent solution. There you go. And you don't have to even use controversial Chinese AI to get it done. So check that out. Now I want to ask you, did you get value from today's training? Did you learn something new? Get a little new insight or have one of those aha moments while you watch this training? If you did, give us a thumbs up. And the likes really do help the channel and help us tell the world about this product. And then also, I would love it if you drop in your biggest questions. I'd love to know what do you plan to use this strategy for? And what questions do you have? Any clarifications, any commentary, feedback? Heck, you can even give your own tips in the comments below. Would love to hear all about that. And with that, we're going to be wrapping up this video. Thank you very much. And Nick, thanks for your help today. Bye for now. Okay, audience, we're still here. We're not going anywhere. And Nick, were we good? We don't need to cover anything else on that, right?
Yeah, I might want to come back once I can do web browsing, and for like
Oh, you can
90
stitch in the
seconds.
little search. Yeah, stitch in the search part. Yeah, that works.
Yeah. You know what? I might be able to just do that by myself, so I won't bother you with that.
All right, cool. All right, everybody. Well, we're going to be taking up all of your questions. So I would like to know your biggest questions about DeepSeek. You want to talk about some of the controversy? We can chat about that. There's a lot of conspiracy theories and China versus the U.S. and propaganda and all these angles. We can talk about all of that. Or if you want to have some questions about how to implement this or anything at all, we're going to open it up to questions from the audience. But before we do, we're going to take a very quick commercial break. And Nick, which one is the push button AI demo one? We should probably drop that one out. I don't know which one it is.
Let me see.
Oh, I see one here labeled demo, so I'll go with that one. Let's see. I got two. We'll go with this one. All right. We'll be right back. And we're going to be taking up all your questions in just a moment. See you soon. Those of you who are not yet a push button AI customer, then you need to check this out. And all you need to do is go to pushbutton.ai/demo, pushbutton.ai/demo, and you can get a live one-on-one appointment to get on Zoom and see this powerful technology in action. And with Push Button AI, it will build an entire business from bottom to top. Everything you need, from your domain name to your logo to videos to audio lessons, an entire course that you can sell as your own, a 30-day email sequence that it writes. You can send a daily email for 30 days, all written by AI, and a whole lot more. It writes your sales page. If you're not sure how to write an expert sales page to convince people to buy stuff, it writes it for you. It writes a free report that you can give away to get subscribers to your list. It even creates and writes the opt-in subscription page to get people to subscribe to get the free report. And it goes on and on and on. It even writes your first 10 blog posts for you, and it can do so much more. Social media posts, ads, all of these things are done, and all you have to do is answer a couple of questions and push a button. Now, Push Button AI is not available to the public at the time of recording this video. And the only way to get in is by invite to our behind-the-scenes beta access. And during your live demo, we'll show you the technology. We'll actually work with you to actually map out an entire course that you could sell as your own. We'll outline the course with you together on the one-on-one Zoom call. And then if you so decide, if you're a good fit, you can come in, join our Push Button AI beta program, and be in business with that very course by the next day. Go to pushbutton.ai/demo to figure out if this powerful technology is right for you. You can register there. You'll book an appointment in the calendar. Be sure you show up. Our team will be very excited to meet you and show you how the tech works, outline your new course for you, and hopefully it's a fit and we can work together to launch your next business. And we're back. You there, producer Nick?
I am.
Okay. Well, fantastic. So we're diving in. We're going into Q&A. We're going to be hanging out with the chat and answering all your questions. So, one thing I also want to remind everybody, we dropped the link to book your demo to Push Button AI, but also pinned in the chat is a link to be able to watch the replay for the Omega launch. So that is a friend of mine who launched a brand new product that it gives an entirely new and more powerful way to do what's called drop shipping. You've probably heard the drop shipping business model. All the kids did it a few years back, and you saw all these young people making millions and millions of dollars, and old people like us too. But so we had his generation and mine making a lot of money with drop shipping, and it kind of went out of style. Got hard to do. Got a lot of kind of like a bad reputation, but it is back in a completely new way to produce high quality products that you don't ever have to touch. You don't ever have to put your hands on them, ship them, or do any of that. You can still make tons of profit. And it uses AI and a lot of other brand new technology that was not available. So if you want to check that out, that is pinned in the chat. You can go watch that demo. Be warned, that launch closes tomorrow. So this is the last day you have. So tomorrow in the evening, it will close down and be gone for good. So if you'd like to be able to buy in and be part of that before they get started over there, you'll want to check that out. Again, that link is pinned in the comments or in the chat right now. Before we get started with questions, I have a question for you.
Let's hear
Producer Nick. Okay, wait. This question is too stupid. Hold on one second.
Now I kind of want to hear it.
You want the stupid one?
Yeah.
Okay. The stupid one is, why did the gym close down?
Why?
It just didn't work out.
That wasn't stupid. That was really.
No?
I like
that one. Okay.
All right. Ones. Let's say it's a solid 8.0.
Wow. Okay. I wrote that one off. I guess it was. I was thinking about last week. Last week we had some epic ones. So this week I thought this wasn't good. It wasn't up to snuff. But
don't do it right now. But maybe we can use DeepSeek for next week, assuming DeepSeek hasn't been nuked by the DoD.
Okay, chat. What do you think? Now the next one. This is a good one. So the next one will be even better. But chat? What did you like about? Did you like the gym one? So, all right. With that, we will go to the real questions and help everybody out. So, what do we got?
Yeah. So, preface 2 things. First,
yes.
If I'm not getting to your question, it's because I'm going in chronological order. So it's like a line. There's a queue. Second thing is, I noticed a lot of people asking for the prompts. So what I'll do is I'll drop some links in from Bill's account. If you're not a subscriber to the Ingeniosity, you'll want to go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe and follow the instructions to get your prompts.
Let's just push that link out at the moment. I don't know. It's confusing when you do the direct.
A lot of people who are members, they can't get the links from pushbutton.ai/subscribe because they're already subscribed. So if you're already a member, follow this link that I'm about to drop, and then I'll get to the rest of the questions. But that's a lot of the questions.
Okay,
cool. So now we'll take it from the top. Let's see. This is from Russ. He says, I was looking for your video that talks about how to distribute a Notebook LM podcast. Please let me know which video covers that topic. Oh yeah, what video is that? I believe
it was the one we talked about, the podcast directories with Notebook LM.
That must
be sure that's on the channel, right? I think we did release it.
Is. I believe, Russ, it's the one I'm about to link in the chat from Bill's account. So I believe it's that one. Okay. Next question.
Cool. Which, by the way, so Miduck, I think is that how you? I don't know if that's how you say your handle. Is it MyDuck, Miduck?
I always say it MyDuck.
MyDuck. I don't know which. Let us know what is the right way to say that. That gave it a 7. The dad joke. So that's not too bad. Yeah, not too bad.
All right. Comment from Tracy. She says, I'm going to be cutting off ChatGPT 4.0 that I've been paying for. Yeah, I like Sora too much, so I'm going to be keeping ChatGPT so I can use Sora and DALL-E. But yeah, in my opinion, DeepSeek is a lot better.
So it is. You were right. It's MyDuck. There we go.
There we go. From Ryan Peterson, he says, hey, producer Nick, will DeepSeek be integrated into push-button AI? Will it? That's a question for you.
I don't know. So there's a lot of controversy. I would not be surprised if it maybe even got banned or became unavailable for various reasons to U.S. people. So I am holding judgment on that at the moment. So, and I'm waiting to learn more about DeepSeek. DeepSeek is literally days old, so it's so we will see. Yeah, we will see, and it may be completely unnecessary. Honestly, we have some updates that are coming to push button AI that make it almost irrelevant. I can't really tell you more about that yet, but some really cool stuff coming that kind of makes DeepSeek completely irrelevant. But more on that soon.
So from Craig says, can DeepSeek evaluate the best ClickBank affiliate offers for use with Commission Engine?
Well, Commission Engine should be helping you with that already. So that's part of what it should be doing as part of what Commission Engine, when it does the searching to help you find products. You could certainly use tools like DeepSeek or any of the other AI tools, put in information about the offer and ask questions about it. That would be one thing that that you could do with DeepSeek and others. Yeah, you could say like, hey, here are 3 different products. Which one is best for this particular market, and get some feedback from them. That would be something you could do.
All right. This is from May. She says, sorry to hear that you have back pain. It's tough. Appreciate it, May. It is tough. All right. Someone wants to know if this recording will be available. Yes. So whatever the link, just keep the tab open. When you're ready to watch, just hit refresh and come back, and it will be available to watch.
Yep. YouTube will automatically transform this into just a regular video as soon as we go off the air. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I have an important question.
Yeah.
Why did the banker switch careers?
How come?
Because he lost interest.
I like that.
Yeah, that was better than the last one, right?
No, the last one, this one's good. But I like the last one better. I like the stupid ones.
Chat, what do you give it? So what's your score on 0 to 10 of the dad joke scale?
Let's say it's like a 6.5, like a 6.5.
Oh, okay. Wow. We're definitely not going to beat last week's score.
The way my scale works, 5 is just like neutral. It just didn't. I don't feel any way about it. Anything above a 5 is positive. Anything below a 5 is dislike. So it's a above average one. Okay, next question from Jan.
I have a stupid one primed and ready to go. So.
Okay. Do you want to wait, or do you want to?
No, we'll wait. I'll go do it later, but we're going to wrap it up. Yeah.
Okay, Jan says, so DeepSeek doesn't time out like Perplexity and ChatGPT. Right now, it actually does. Like you saw it on the demo. Sometimes it'll buffer for too long or give you an error message. I know it has a lot of it's brand new, and it's like breaking records, and it wiped out $1 trillion in market cap in Silicon Valley. So there's a lot of people using it right now. So maybe that will die down. I don't know much about this. I think it was Bill that told me about it. They're actually under attack right now. I don't know if that has any.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I think it just is load, but this is a weird thing. Okay, so this is not a political show. I don't want to go too off into political opinions about this, but there is a lot of controversy about DeepSeek. So it is backed by a very large Chinese hedge fund. It very conveniently was released. It's the conspiracy theorist in me wants to think they've been sitting on this, waiting to release it. The minute Trump announced all of the investment in AI infrastructure, they were pumping up the NVIDIA company for their hardware. And they're going to build all these data centers and invest in American AI technology. Literally, is it the same day or maybe the next day they released this? And their big claim was, this is just some really smart Chinese ingenuity built this. And they only had $6 million. They don't have any hardly any hardware. And I don't believe it. Not at all. So the rumors are that they actually have over $1 billion worth of AI hardware that they smuggled into China because there's an embargo. There's a trade embargo, and you can't import AI hardware. The NVIDIA, the latest, greatest hardware is called an NVIDIA H100. And it's embargo. China can't import them. They're not supposed to. So the rumor is they have 50,000 of those that they have somehow managed to smuggle into the country, and that's what they built the system with. Well, just in hardware alone, that's, I think it's $1.7 billion in chips, plus all the other infrastructure you need. We're probably talking $2 or $3 billion in hardware backing this thing. So I think, and it was masterful from a propaganda and marketing standpoint. Boy, was it brilliant, because they tanked NVIDIA. You said over $500 billion in value came off of NVIDIA, crashed a bunch of tech stocks, all crashed. It started making people second guess whether they wanted to invest into American AI technology. So it was a brilliant move as a propaganda marketing PR maneuver. But I really doubt a lot of what they're saying about DeepSeek. I don't think all of it is true. So I think I heard
that the hedge fund that is behind DeepSeek, they had a bunch of shorts in American tech. So they were strategic with launching DeepSeek.
Oh, boy, yeah. Short NVIDIA and then release this news. Oh, my God. They probably made a fortune.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true. I just saw it on Twitter.
Huh. Well, then it must be true. It's on Twitter.
Yeah. Okay. This is from Nightmares. Nightmares says, off topic, but I made a podcast with Notebook LM from my commission engine website, and they called it a scam, LOL. Did this with both my courses, and it came out great, 28 minutes long, and I can't upload to Facebook. Try interactive mode, because sometimes you'll give them a link to something and they'll start calling it a scam. Then you can come on.
They're very opinionated. I have noticed that. Yeah.
And set the record straight. But they fold under pressure. If you come on interactive mode and you correct them, they'll just retract their scam statements. And
well, also don't forget there's custom instructions that you can guide that as well. There's a little gear symbol in Notebook LM that if you click it, you can give them additional instructions before you generate the podcast, and that might help too. But as far as the upload length, I don't know of them. I don't think that is a maximum upload length at Facebook. That seems like something else.
Yeah.
I don't know why Facebook isn't taking it.
Tracy says, I asked DeepSeek to search inside of different websites, including my own, and it said it couldn't. Maybe that's because I know I was behind the scenes while we're doing Q&A and running the ads. I checked Twitter. A handful of other people are saying right this second that search, they're having a problem with the web searching feature. So that could be it. Well,
I know for you is that it can't search right now, and you had to turn it off, right?
Right. So maybe when it's under less load, it'll be able to search again. But yeah, I can't comment to that. Sorry. From Earl, he says, other than made in China, what major concerns are you aware of regarding this tool?
Well, that is a lot of my concerns are centered around that. There's a lot of questions about what happens with the data that you, as you're chatting with it. So just be aware. Here's what I will say. Do not download the mobile app. Okay. I'll just read through the privacy policy of that mobile app and understand that it's all the data is stored in China. Do not install the mobile app. Using it on the web is safe, I am sure. But I would not install the mobile app because of my own privacy, safety, security reasons. The web is fine from that standpoint, I would think. And I also know that it is US models are censored too. So, but this model is much more heavily censored. There's a lot of really kind of funny memes and videos of people trying to get it to say things, and it just won't. You ask it about controversial things about I think there was a guy trying to trick it to talk about a person standing in front of a tank holding groceries, and then it freaked out and wouldn't talk about it anymore.
I've seen those too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just answered this, but I'll read it anyway. DE Production says, do you have any fear that DeepSeek will go into your phone/laptop and take private data of yours or plant spyware?
Yeah. I personally, that's just whatever. It's my personal opinion. I would not install the app on my phone. Now, on my personal device, I also did not install TikTok. So that tells you a little bit about, I'm a little bit paranoid about that. I think, Nick, you think that's funny that I'm afraid to install TikTok?
No, I agree with you. I'm just intentionally, it's like a person who, they have a bad habit. They're overweight or something. They know that eating McDonald's is bad for them, but they do it anyway. Because
so that's you and TikTok, huh?
Yeah. So I'm aware that TikTok is CCP spyware, but the content's so good. I use it anyway.
Beware of their free samples, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I personally, like now I'm, as a business person, I would use TikTok. I just won't install the app on my device with a lot of information on it that is sensitive, right? There you go. But on the web, you should be safe to log in on their web interface and chat with the bot. I don't see that is a big concern. Yeah.
All right. DE Production says, how can they do it for free? Ulterior motive? ?
Yeah, that's part of the masterful PR move that they did. So they undercut all of the American tech companies' pricing with a free tier, right? You can't get cheaper than free because they could pay you to use it. But and then they're as a business user through their API, like if I use it to connect to our API systems, it's really cheap. It's cheaper than the comparable with OpenAI by quite a lot. Now, they claim it's because it's so much more efficient and it runs on not a lot of hardware, and I don't believe that. So what I think is happening is they're subsidized. I think the Chinese government, the CCP, is famous for subsidizing businesses to help undercut Western markets. I mean, it's a very clever trade strategy, very clever, in terms of China trying to get a dominant position in the world. It's very smart. And that's what I think is happening here. I think they're subsidizing it, undercutting the costs to try to cause havoc with Western competitors. Yeah.
Cool. So this is from Lloyd. He says, can you create a document of what Nick created with DeepSeek? If you go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe, you should get all the prompts. Although you're probably talking about the contents of the chat, which if you guys are interested, I can just copy and paste how the exact chat went. So you can see my conversation. I can put it in at the end, I guess, as like a bonus. If you're interested, I can do that.
Anybody want that? If you want to see the whole conversation that Nick had with DeepSeek, let us know in the chat. And so, Nick, we're going to take a very quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back with the rest of the questions. And I want to see everybody's answer to that. Let us know if you want that. And I want to remind you to ask anything. So you have any questions about business building, it can be about DeepSeek, it can be about anything you need, about getting traffic, growing your business, getting started, whatever it might be. I'll take my hard-won 25 years of online business building experience, and I'm going to do everything I can to help you move forward to the next step today. So ask any of those questions in the chat, and I'm going to do my best to help you out. And then, of course, I have a very stupid question for Nick when we come back. But first, we will take a break. And which one should I select? Since we've been talking about politics, so we'll go with the presidents. All right, we'll be right back after the AI fake presidents tell you all about push button AI. Be right back.
The presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, You see me.
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had push-button AI do all the work, didn't you?
That's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using push-button AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This push-button AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
And we're back. Now, we are on ad break, so I'm sure YouTube is happy to show some of our audience ads right now. So they'll all be coming back in a moment. And we should do a survey of what kind of ads people are seeing. They always was very interesting to me to see what ads YouTube is showing on the channel. But
I remember someone mentioned, what's his name? Tony Robbins.
Oh, Tony Robbins, right? Yeah, Tony Robbins was last week. He must have been doing some sort of a launch.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're seeing ads that are not our ads, ads from other people, let us know what you got. That's actually very helpful.
Yeah, ad survey. So from a marketing standpoint, it's very interesting to kind of see that. So ad survey, what ad did you see in the chat? Now, some of you didn't see an ad. Some of you might have saw just our commercial for push button AI, but anybody here see YouTube ads? If you did, what was it? What was the ad that they were shown to you? So a Vibe commercial. Cool. Anybody else get an ad, and what was it for? Is Tony Robbins on our feed again this week? He seemed to be all over it last week. So ad survey. What kind of ads did you see on your feed? Now, we're going to move into chat. So a reminder, ask any questions that I can help you with when it comes to building and growing your online income. So starting a business online, marketing online, whatever it might be, ask those questions, and I will do everything I can to help you with them. And while we wait for those, I have a question for you, Nick.
Okay, let's hear it.
Why should you never kiss someone on January 1st?
Why?
Because it's only the first date.
Oh, that's good.
So I told you I had a stupid one coming. You like those?
Yeah, I do. I do. Strong 7. We will say 7. I'll get precise. 7.85.
7.85. Okay, good score. Is that the best of the day? I think it is.
No.
You gave me the first one an 8. So
yeah. Okay, questions and some comments. My Duck says, what is so controversial about DeepSeek other than the China connection? Well, it's free. I think that's the biggest thing, that it outperforms all of the other AIs and almost all the benchmarks. Like even ChatGPT's $200 a month one, and it's free. So that's, a lot of people are talking about that. Bill, is there anything
about the controversy? Well, the controversy would be it crashed NVIDIA's stock price, and it shaved almost $500 billion or more than $500 billion off the stock price. A bunch of other AI companies' stock prices collapsed as well. It threatens the dominance of OpenAI on the AI community. It undermines Trump's agenda to get a bunch of investment in America for American AI. And there's a bunch of controversy around whether or not DeepSeek is telling the truth about several things in their systems and their hardware and how they're doing what they're doing. So lot of controversy to go around in a bunch of different ways. I will say, I know I'm sounding like I'm bashing them, right? I don't mean to do that. OpenAI, if you compare DeepSeek to OpenAI, in many ways, it is superior, giving you superior answers, right? Also, my younger son, Dylan, was talking to me. I don't know, Nick, I don't know if you talked to Dylan about this, but he was talking about how there are some very real advancements that they made. You know, they did release a lot of their methodology and source code and how they did what they did. And there are truly some advancements that they made. The question just becomes how much of it beyond that is not an advancement and more about them just hiding what's actually happening. So, but yeah, it gives great responses. It's a great AI tool. Other than the censorship part, I don't like that. But yeah, so apologies if I sound like I'm overly negative on it. I'm not.
Yeah, I guess as long as your use case is not writing an essay critiquing the Chinese Communist Party, I guess you're fine.
Yes.
Okay, this is from Michaela. She has a joke for us. I guess I'll read it to you.
Okay.
She says, why did the old man fall into the well?
Why?
Because he couldn't see well. He couldn't see well.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Me too.
Okay.
All right.
I like that one. So we should rate her skate. We got to rate Michaela's joke. So what do you give it?
We will say 6 on the dot.
I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
7's strong. All right. From Craig, he says, "Thank you, Bill. Will Commission Engine get the push button AI updates you just said are coming soon?"
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be an update to our to the way AI works with some of how we generate content. And this particular update will be available both to Commission Engine and our push button AI tools. Yeah.
Cool. From Nightmares, 2 questions. I'll just read both of them. He says, what is the maximum length for an audio podcast to be able to load on a Facebook page? And what should the file type be in order to upload the podcast to a Facebook business page?
Should we ask DeepSeek?
Will it know? We can try. I don't know if it'll know.
I don't know. Because I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that. I'd have to go Google it. But
okay, here. Let me share my screen. Let's try it. Okay. I'll just copy and paste it, actually. Let me go up and copy and paste your question. Nightmare.
I'll be impressed if it gets this right. Let's see what it does.
Yeah, well, I guess here, yeah. There we go. So let's see what it does. And then I'm going to copy and paste your second question. Oh, interesting. It says videos can be up to 240 minutes long. I didn't know that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, videos can be quite long. I don't know about audio only.
Maybe that's your problem. Maybe you're doing audio only. I don't think Facebook will take audio only. It says the file size can be up to 10 gigs. So that can also be what's going on.
Now, it said it was going to have to search the web, but we don't have web search turned on. So I wonder what it's going to do.
So here's what it came up with.
Okay.
I think it might be hallucinating this, actually. It says you can do an audio only upload. I don't think that's true. But yeah, we're not the go-to on that specific thing. But yeah. Question from May. May says, Bill, do you avoid the WeChat mobile app also?
Yes. Well, I don't. Yeah, I do. I don't have TikTok, WeChat. I do. The one thing I will say is I have the American versions of these. I do have. I do have Facebook installed on my phone, so it's kind of the American equivalent of TikTok. But
You're giving Zuck your data instead of
yeah,
Winnie the
Zuck
Pooh.
knows all. But yeah.
All right. I can't think. Well, I think that's it for questions, but there are a lot of people saying, yes, please include the full chat and the slides. So that's what I'm going to do after we're done streaming. I'll go and update. I'll go and copy and paste them into the deck. But that's looks like we're good to go.
Okay, cool. Fantastic. Well, then I want to remind everybody, we'll do a final round of questions. So this will be our wrap-up round, and it can be on anything. It could be on any video you've seen on the channel, any problem you're encountering in building your business. Maybe you're making a choice about what niche to go into or whatever. If anything I can do to help you, that's my entire mission in life. My life's purpose is to help entrepreneurs like you. So help me help you by asking those questions. Pop those into the chat. And we'll do our best to answer them. And while we wait for those, I have a question for you, Nick.
Let's hear it.
Why did the opera singer go sailing?
Why?
Because she wanted to hit the high seas.
That is good. Okay. I got to think about this. Because our benchmark are the other ones. We will say it barely ekes it out over that first one, and we'll say it's an 8.15.
Ooh, okay. Okay, well, good. Well, we have a pretty good show today then, but not as good as last week. Last week was like rocking it with our dad jokes, but there we go. Yeah, my duck gives it a 7.5. All right, fantastic. Now, I know one thing, too, I want to let everybody know about some of the plans for upcoming content that we have for the channel. And I want to do a quick survey to ask the audience, is there any new AI tools, any strategies, any tactics, anything that you would like more training about? I would love to hear about that in the chat. And then, Nick, maybe we could give them some sneak peek at our training. Having trouble talking today. What are some of the stuff we have in the pipeline? You have a big backlog of content we want to deliver. Let's give them some examples of upcoming trainings and see if they have anything else. Yeah.
So the one that's very next in line for live stream is another tool. It's a very similar name, Deep Research. So we were going to do it today, but both Bill and I are very busy. I have a new employee coming in tomorrow, and I'm getting my area ready for her. So that kind of took my time away. But the very next one is a tool called Deep Research by Google, and Bill's going to show you how to make SEO
I love
content
this one.
with it.
Yeah, I like this one. This is going to be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you told me we were hanging out with chat. It was at the end of the show. Someone asked if we could do a segment on running Facebook ads. You told me, you said, note for Nick, let's do a series where we run paid ads on all sorts of platforms, and we compare and contrast them. So it's an ongoing series. So that's in the pipeline. I know months ago you wanted to do a Pinterest playbook. What I wanted to do, because I'm not a Pinterest subject matter expert, I wanted to find a Pinterest expert to interview, and they could walk us through that. Yeah. Yeah, we also wanted to do that with TikTok Shop. We wanted a TikTok Shop expert to come on, and someone.
Now that it looks like TikTok is going to stick around, maybe it would be a good chance. I put that on the back burner because I wasn't sure if TikTok was going to survive, but it looks like it's gonna. So.
Yeah, and I was gonna do it myself, but I'm not a TikTok Shop guy. I wanted to find someone who has a track record. They sold $1 million or whatever, and I wanted to get a TikTok Shop affiliate and a TikTok Shop owner. So that's a little bit. I have a Google Doc open. Let me pull that up. And I know there's more.
And then I know we had a couple redos we were trying to do as well.
Yes. So there's some older videos that, okay. So when we started YouTube, we did it all wrong. We did the content first, and then we packaged the content afterwards.
Yeah.
We found out
through Mr. Beast's leaked manual,
you package it first, and the content actually matters less than like the thumbnail and the hook. You could have the thumbnail and the hook and have like.
Well, it's not that it matters less. Let's rephrase that. So,
well,
the content you deliver is really important, right? But the guidance of what direction you're going to take the content is driven by the big idea, the big hook, the big thing that pulls people in to watch the video. That's the more important, like the overall big idea, and then your content flows from that. And versus like we were coming up with like, oh, this would be a great content thing to teach, right? And then we would do our content based on that. But then what we were finding is nobody was clicking to come watch the content, and you could make amazing content, but if nobody clicks on it and no one like watches through the first 30 seconds and watches your content, it's like, what's the point? So we learned, and it's, we've through trial and error, but also through reviewing the material from Mr. Beast, which there's a video on the channel about that, by the way, everybody. So if you want to see that, there's a video on the channel about how we're really getting good results on YouTube now. And it was a fundamental shift to change from wanting to do interesting, teachable stuff that maybe Nick or I was interested in versus finding a really compelling big idea in a hook that people would click on and then making content based on that. So that's a total shift. And you can tell what happened with the channel once we switched and started doing that.
Oh yeah. Well, it basically 4x'd overnight and the amount of views and subscriber growth we get with I know it was less than 4x the amount of effort put in for a 4x return, so that's some
well, in
good
many ways it's easier actually. I think right. I know we had invested quite a lot of time, both of us, on the content that we were creating early on in the channel. And I think we probably spend less time. Is that fair to say, on the content itself than at the beginning of the channel?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I got my Google Doc open. We've already if you noticed, if you've come back, if you've been watching the last few episodes, we've already done 2 or 3 videos that they're basically, we took them out of the vault, dusted them off, and repackaged them and added a little bit more into them. So we already did like 2 or 3, but here's some of the ones that we're gonna redo.
Yeah, and before you read the redo list, I do want to remind the audience. So let us know if there's anything that you would love to find out about how to do how-to sort of a strategy of, maybe it's how to run ads on Microsoft Bing, how to get more traffic on Facebook, how to, make more money selling digital products, how to sell high ticket products, whatever it might be, how to start a marketing agency, how to do TikTok shop, whatever that is. I want to encourage you to share that with us in the chat. If there's something that we can do to help you with something that you would love to learn how to do, pop those into the chat and let us know, and we will do them. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Nick.
So, okay, ones we're dusting off that we haven't done yet. We're going to be talking about Neil Patel, famous marketer. He did a $7 million AI ad experiment, and there were some really fascinating implications that came out of that. That ad experiment was about a year ago, and there's more that's come out since then, and that I'm going to throw in, but it's like an AI manifesto, and you'll want to check it out. The other one is how to make money as a content creator in 6 steps. So using AI to make money as a content creator, you'll want to check that out. And then there's a training. I like this material. I use it a lot. It's how to select your niche in business using an ancient Japanese philosophy called Ikigai. So you'll want to check that out.
I love the Ikigai training, so it'll be fun to redo that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's all the ones. That's what's left in the pipeline for redos. But I'm also putting together. We've talked about this. We've talked about it for too long. Too much talk and not a lot of action. But and you guys have said you wanted this. Bill's gonna do. Me and Bill, we're putting together a series of, like, what's the best word to say? Like mindset training.
Oh yeah,
like Tony Robbins style, like founder, business owner psychology. We're not ripping his material. Bill, Bill has his own.
I'm not teaching firewalking. That's off limits. Yeah.
I'm gonna interview Bill, and I'm gonna interrogate him, pick his brain, and we'll go from there. The challenge is, because a lot of these are kind of easy to package. The challenge is, how do you package some of these mindset ideas? So that's what I'm tackling. What I'm evolving my workflow. So I've gotten this from other content creators or people who work sometimes. Okay, there are people like me who come and find a thought leader or a subject matter expert, and they interview them and they handle their content for them. Right? They put together a content strategy, and it all starts with an interview. They interview them, recorded. They take the contents of that interview and they plug it into AI, and they use that to come up with a content strategy. I'm going to start doing that with Bill. So I think it's going to really help. And, once I've done this a few times and it's going well, I can share with you guys how I'm doing it, and we can make a whole video about it. But I'm going to be having interviews with Bill behind the scenes, recording it, taking those interviews, transcribing them, throwing them into AI, and having AI help me with the packaging. So if you find that, maybe that sounds boring to you, but I find that kind of stuff interesting. So maybe if you'd like to see behind the scenes what I'm doing there, I'm going to start doing that with. I haven't really been doing that. Usually when when we're tackling content for the next week, I do a phone call with Bill and I just take notes on my notepad, but I don't record it. That's like the one problem with my workflow. So yeah, if you guys are interested, I could show you the process.
Cool. And some great feedback coming in the chat, by the way. So, so my duck is looking for ways to have an online business without using social media. So, is it possible to make money in the modern world without being in social media? That answer is yes, it is possible. So that there's a topic that anybody else interested in that? I know that does come up. I have seen customers, multiple customers, they don't have a Facebook account and they want to build a business, so that maybe that's a topic. A good one from Regina about how to build basically an ascension funnel. Like, how do you start with a low ticket product and then build upsells? And particularly she wants to do that with push button AI.
On that topic, let me see if is this the right chat? On the training we did with DeepSeek, stage 1, your product offer. This is such a good way to help you find your low ticket offer and to send them into a high ticket backend. Is my screen going? Yeah, you can see my screen.
Yeah, I
scrolled back up in the chat. I didn't mention in the prompt that we're doing like an ascension funnel with a low to high ticket funnel. But if you modify the prompt slightly, so that you could tack on a prompt where the first one is, give me a table of low ticket offers I can sell, and then you could follow it up with, okay, I want to do this offer. Now, can you help me come up with a high ticket backend? And you could probably get some really interesting offers if you try doing that.
I like that. And then real quick, Regina, too, I can give you just a little bit of some quick advice just to take that up as a question at the same time. A lot of people will overcomplicate the upsells. And when you're thinking about upsells, really you need to think about how this will be counterintuitive. So, bear with me on this. But if you just think about how to sell them more of the same thing you just sold them, that works, which doesn't sound logical, but it doesn't need to be logical. It's what works, right? Time and time again, I've seen both myself and my peers create funnels where the upsell is one thing, and then it's more of that. So like in the digital product world, it's like cheat sheets, guides, step-by-steps, additional behind the scenes, expansion of it. Another way to look at it is, your front-end product should still be good, right? Don't sell an inferior, junky product just so you can upsell them something, but sell them a good product. But then are there ways that you could do it faster, better, bigger? Can you multiply the results? Could you make it go? Could you simplify them? Like those kinds of things are great upsells. Another one is multiple modalities, right? So if you sell maybe a $7, video training, could you give transcripts? Could you give guides and other materials, in writing, or do written materials and then have videos as an upsell? So that's a really good rule of thumb, is more of the same, or focus on bigger, better, multiplying results, faster results, simpler results, and things that kind of achieve that are great for upsells. So I think oftentimes people get way too complicated in trying to think up what they should sell as an upsell. But there you go.
So I'm going to go on a bathroom break real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. So then I also saw a lot of good, other good feedback in here. Let me see, I'll take over the screen there. So thanks everybody for your feedback. I see Craig asked about how to sell high ticket offers to make a nice income. That's a great topic. Brick by Brick is asking about how to make money with digital products and faceless content. So anybody else interested in faceless content? I know that's kind of a bit of a fad at the moment. Being able to do social media without having to be, like me, obviously I'll put my face and voice behind my brand, but some people don't want to do that. So they create faceless social content. And there's some people making a lot of money doing that. So any interest in that, vote on that one. Regina also said how to make money with content creation. That's very interesting, especially anything with ads that are low cost. Okay, love that. MyDuck votes for some behind the scenes interviews. Cool. Edge says you can be very prosperous using nothing but YouTube. I would agree. I would agree with that. And one thing I want to say too is I think a lot of people, they look at social media or YouTube, and I think they look at it from the, I don't want to say the wrong point of view, but they need to shift their perspective a little bit and understand just how valuable it is to build an audience. And you can build an audience, whether it's here on YouTube, over on Instagram. Like I'm talking to a guy right now who has a very small presence on YouTube. But over on Instagram, he's got a massive audience of people that follow him that will, and he can drive a lot of sales and he does really well with that. But he's only on Instagram. I mean, I know another guy who's gigantic over on TikTok. Doesn't have a big audience here on YouTube. I know other people that have Pinterest accounts that are driving tons and tons of traffic, and that is a type of social media, right? And other people that have Facebook pages. So, you need to find the social media strategy. Again, if you're going to use social media, right? I know like some of you don't want to, but if you're willing to do social media, you can build an audience in a niche. And it's a fantastic business model to just establish an audience in a niche as a primary focus, and then worry about, and then monetize, right? So, and I think some people have their thinking is that you have to be a guru or someone with a lot of knowledge or experience about something in some very valuable or sought after topic, and that's not the case. You can be a complete newbie, beginner in a topic, and all you need to do is take your audience on the journey with you. Because what you'll find is in any marketplace, let's take gardening, for example. In the gardening marketplace, there are way more people who are not expert gardeners, wouldn't consider themselves like, advanced at it. They're newbies. They don't know anything. They want to learn. So it's incredibly appealing for them to find somebody else online who's in the same spot as them and takes them on the journey of learning about gardening. And in many ways, that works even better than like my positioning, right? I'm coming on obviously with a lot of results. I've done $100 million in sales through my different companies, and I've been doing this for 25 years, and so I have all of that track record. And in many ways, starting as a brand new beginner, you almost have an edge, because sometimes I think people hear my advice and they think that it's applicable to me in my unique situation as an experienced entrepreneur, and they think, oh, that's not applicable to a new person, right? But if you enter as a newbie, you get to bond and really build a really good relationship with the audience that you can build, even if you're a beginner. And so, and the other thing I want to mention is it does not have to be a really, quote unquote, valuable niche. You hear me talk, I'm in the whole entrepreneurship niche, which obviously is all about making money and has a lot of value and expertise and technology and marketing and sales, and it feels like a challenging topic. But it can be a simple topic. I've seen people make a lot of money with simple things. An example, a guy that all he did was get jobs in tech, right? So he was good at landing jobs at big tech companies. So he just taught other people how to do that. And he built a massive audience, made a lot of money. All he does is teach people how to get interviews and how to get hired like he did, right? Not that he's like an expert recruiter or somebody with many years of experience. He's just saying, hey, I did it. Let me show you how I did it, right? As a person who's in the tech industry. Another person who just takes you along in their day at work. So they just like pop onto TikTok while they're at work talking about their job and talking about how they got into their career and how to break into that industry, how to break into that career. And you'd be surprised, like some of any career, even ones that are like not super interesting, right? How to, just talking about how to get established in that type of a job, you can build an audience around that. And the audience then bonds with you, and then you can help them with solutions to achieving their goals and solving their problems, and then make a lot of money. And it's kind of cool to find like-minded people that you enjoy helping, people you enjoy hanging out with, like you guys. I love hanging out with you on this show. And, and it's a great business model. So I know some people get a little bit intimidated about it, or they think that it's only for the gurus. Just let me tell you, it's not. So it's a fantastic way to, establish your career as an entrepreneur by building an audience, on any channel. It doesn't have to be, if you don't like YouTube but you don't want to be on video, you can do it on X in writing. If you're good at being like witty and coming up with great short form written content, X is a great place to do that. If you're you have some knack for design and you like making images and pictures, Pinterest is a great place to do it. But it's the same concept of building an audience around what you do. And of course, if you want to be on video, of course, I'm here on Facebook and on YouTube for long form video. But it's a fantastic way to build a business and build a model. So, but by no means is the only way. There are many, many, many ways to build a business online. So, Nick, I see you're back. Can I bring you back on? Let's see. There we go. All right. So then I don't know if we had any other questions pop in, but
let's see. Lots of commentary, like people mentioning what they would like us to do content on, but I don't see any specific questions.
All right, cool. Well, then I'm going to do a commercial break. We'll double check to make sure there are no more questions, and we'll come back and answer them if there are. But we'll do one more commercial break, and I'm going to do this one. So here we go. We'll be back right after this very quick commercial. No, I have an AI tool that's a company called Push Button AI that helps people build course businesses. It builds the whole business, bottom to top. It helps you do the research to pick the niche market, helps you figure out what topics you should write about, what your course should be about, what the lessons should be about. It outlines the lessons. It writes the whole thing. It creates your sales page. It creates your page to get leads to subscribe to your business. It even writes your email sequence. It does audiobooks, video trainings, and a whole lot more. You just answer 2 questions and you hit a button, and it does it all. If you're interested in that, certainly you can book a demo to see it for yourself. You'll see with your own eyes. We're often running webinars and other trainings as well. So I'll drop links to either our webinar or our demos down below so you can check it out and see if it's something for you. But I found that most people get really overwhelmed and frustrated with the technical stuff. So that's why we created Push Button AI. If you're looking for a tool, we'll just do it for you and it'll just handle the technical stuff. So when it comes to like setting up your web hosting, registering a domain name, setting up your email marketing, we even include a complete, fully functional email marketing platform that you can log into and email all of your customers and subscribers. It's all included. And all of the tech setup is done by the AI. If you want that, then definitely schedule your demo. You can get a demo from us by going to pushbutton.ai/demo. Now, at the time of recording this video, Push Button AI is not publicly for sale, but if you book a demo, they'll show you the technology, and if it makes sense, if it's something that can really help you, they'll invite you into our early access program. But what they'll do first is show you the technology. They'll talk about what kind of a course you might want to make. They'll talk about your business plans. They'll help guide you on what the right choices are for creating your first course business. And then if it makes sense, if it's the right tool for you, they'll invite you into the early access program. But check out the demo. It's mind-blowing. Again, that's at pushbutton.ai/demo. That's pushbutton.ai/demo. And we're back. So, were there any final questions?
Let's see. Well, no. But from my duck, he says, Bill, he says, here's what he says. Please expand my knowledge, both theoretical and practical. I ask and you provide. Thank you for generating ideas and stimulating activity.
Oh, awesome. You're welcome. All right, fantastic. Okay. Yeah.
One more good question just rolled in.
Just made it in. Okay.
Yeah. From the Blazing Marketer. She says, have you done anything on building your Facebook page on Facebook?
I think we did. Don't we have a video on the channel for that?
We have one on Facebook groups. We haven't done one on building. Oh, wait. No.
Didn't we do a faceless Facebook page video? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We did. Let me pull that up for you.
And then one thing too, I want to do a little promotion for you, Nick. So I know you have a video you put on the channel this morning, or yesterday, actually, not this morning. So we could plug that. So a video that he published yesterday morning. It's doing really well, getting a lot of clicks and getting a little bit of traction. So I want to share it out with everybody here. If you watch it, especially if you give us some good watch time, you go watch the video to the end. It really helps the channel out, and it's on a pretty cool topic. So what is that video that you released yesterday morning? Can you talk about that?
Yes. So it's not that new anymore. It's still new, but like not as new as it was when it first came out. But there was a new feature from Notebook LM called Interactive Mode. And it lets you be a part of the podcasts that Notebook LM makes. And we did a whole video about it.
And by the way, out of the box, if you go to Notebook LM and you make a podcast with this feature, you can interrupt them and make your voice be part of the podcast, but it does not record your voice. So the whole thing is basically just for you can have fun with the podcast hosts. It doesn't record it. No way to use it except if you watch our video. Then we show you how. There's a really clever hack that Nick shows you on that training on how to record those sessions so that you can use it. So you get Notebook LM and yourself. So you have your own voice, you talking with the guests. You can even trick them into interviewing you. I talk about a trick where you can do that. And then you can record it so you can use it. You'll actually end up with a podcast episode with you and 2 other podcast hosts. And it's pretty darn cool. So did you share that link out there?
I did.
Okay, cool. So yeah, if you guys want to see that, it's great training. And again, the watch time really helps the channel. So if you do watch it, I ask you watch as much and as long as you can to the end, hopefully, and it will help the channel. YouTube just loves that watch time. That seems to be one of the dominant factors in the algorithm these days. So that would be greatly appreciated. And any other housekeeping we need to do?
Nope. Looks like we're good to go.
Okay, cool. Well, before we do, I have a important question.
Let's hear it.
Why are elevator jokes so good and so classic?
Why?
Because they work on so many different levels.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Well, with that final plug, I forgot I have to plug my friend, Aiden. So Aiden Booth is in the middle. He's closing tomorrow at this product launch of his product. It's called Omega. It's all about doing drop shipping the new way. So he has a brand new traffic strategy, something that you've probably never tried before. He uses AI to set up these really awesome drop shipping businesses in a new way where you don't have to drop ship products from China. They'll be in warehouses in the United States or in whatever first world country your customers are. So high quality products that ship locally to your customers. And it's an awesome business model, a brand new traffic strategy. The whole thing is really great. And we have a training, a webinar that I did with Aiden. I brought him on live. We dug in and talked about the business model, the new way of doing drop shipping, the new traffic strategy. He shows off some of his AI tools that build these businesses for you. And it's all available. The replay you can watch right now. So if you haven't seen that, it's pinned in the chat comments here live. So go check that out. And you can watch that. And I just want to give you, again, fair warning, the launch closes tomorrow. So if you've been thinking about being part of that, the time is ticking down. Tomorrow, Aiden closes the cart and shuts down. So, I do not think he will be back offering that product for another year. So typically, that's his business model. He opens up, does a product launch, closes it, and then he spends the next year helping all of those customers achieve success before he opens up again. So once a year, he opens up and goes on sale. So the time is ticking down. That will close tomorrow. So there you are. Fair warning. You can watch that and you can go check it out. It's pinned in the comments. So it should be in the top of the chat comments. And then with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. So thank you for your help today with DeepSeek, Nick. You've helped the Chinese Communist Party much today.
I'm Xi Jinping's strongest soldier.
All right. And with that, we'll wrap it up. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
You can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse. Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called Push Button AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. Push Button AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with push-button AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
25 years of building online businesses, I've discovered that it can be a confusing and overwhelming process. Luckily, I made it through all of that, and I've generated over $100 million in results across all of my companies over the years. But for many entrepreneurs, like you maybe, you might be facing uncertainty, overwhelm, confusion about what to do next to make profit online. Whether you're starting your first business or you might be trying to grow your existing business. And if you would like to get certainty, clarity, and your own roadmap to success, then I'm offering a special one-on-one consultation. This is a one-on-one success session. It is absolutely free. And the reason I'm offering this is because I've found that if you help people understand their roadmap and their path forward, that they'll do business with you when it makes sense. So by showing you and helping you get that clarity, get that certainty, and having your own roadmap to achieve success through online entrepreneurship, I know that if it's a right fit, that you'll do business with me in the future. So I'm willing to offer this totally free to join a member of my team and learn for yourself. And don't worry, there is no high pressure sales tactics here. This is just help to help you succeed. So instead of the high pressure sales, we're going to jump on with you one-on-one. We'll have an interview session to learn a little bit more about you and put together a specific program. We'll do a follow-up call and you'll be able to join one of my experts, and they're going to help you achieve the clarity that you desire so that you know what to do so you can make the maximum amount of profits fast for your unique situation. In this session, you're going to uncover exactly what business and marketing strategies are going to unlock the profits that you're looking for. You're going to uncover the best lead generation strategies for existing business owners. So if you've got a business that you want to expand, we're going to cover how to do that. If you're a new business owner, we're going to cover how to start your first successful business. We're going to help you deal with any overwhelm, confusion, or uncertainty on what to do next, which I find for new entrepreneurs is vital. Then we're going to help you figure out what might have gone wrong in the past, because chances are you've probably tried a few things and you might be frustrated with what happened. So we're going to cover what went wrong from past marketing efforts so that you don't make those mistakes again. Then you're going to discover unique methods of affiliate marketing that are not possible anywhere else. Finally, we're going to uncover any issues you might be having with mindset and the way you're approaching and thinking about your business so that you can learn what is the optimum way to get productivity, to stay motivated, to not go into procrastination, and actually get things done in your business. And then, if our push-button business building tools are the right solution for you, we will do a personalized live demo for you, and we'll show you how our tools can help you. And if it's a good fit, awesome, we can do some business together. And if not, you come away from the session with some value, knowing exactly what you need to do next. And that helps me achieve my mission in life, which is to help as many entrepreneurs like you as possible. Claim your absolutely free success session by going to the link that you see on the screen below and find exactly how we can help you. And whether or not you choose to do business with me now or sometime in the future, or maybe we don't do business at all, I am happy to be able to help you in your journey as an entrepreneur. I look forward to hearing all about your session. We'll see you next time.
Your first business doesn't have to be complicated. That's because we're at the start of the AI revolution. Before, it could take months to launch a profitable business and start cash flowing. Now you can do it in as little as one weekend. History is littered with people who've built empires by seizing the moment. They jumped in at ground zero before the door slammed shut. Imagine if you had bought Bitcoin in 2011. You'd be set for life. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, says, "We're at the dawn of a golden age of AI, and we've only begun to scratch the surface." Bezos made his billions riding the internet wave early. Now it's your turn to ride the AI tsunami to the bank. Thousands are about to cash in big time thanks to AI. But the burning question is, will you be one of them? Or will you be left in the dust? If you don't want to be left in the dust, then sign up for the Ingeniosity newsletter, where every week I'll hand you carefully researched blueprints that will help take your business from idea to income fast. Whether you're starting from scratch or looking to level up, each blueprint is designed to cut through the noise and deliver actionable steps you can implement immediately, and I would know. Because I've been able to generate over $100 million in total revenue across my online businesses over the years. You'll get my hard-won $100 million insights delivered to your inbox every Friday. And the best part? It's 100% free. Join over 5,000 other founders and business builders and get your roadmap to unstoppable growth with the help of AI. Just go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe.
Send you over 20 different playbooks, downloadable reports, presentations, and more free, all designed to help you start, build, and profit as an online entrepreneur. And they are all based on my $100 million in results across all of my online businesses. Because over the last 25 years, I have figured out what works, what didn't. But it took a lot of trial and error, a lot of painful lessons along the way. And I would like it so that you don't have to fumble around like I did over the years. Instead, I want to give it to you straight, the exact patterns, the exact steps that you need to follow to launch and explode your online empire this year and beyond. So whether you're just starting out or already have a business you want to grow, there is something for you, and it's totally free. So these playbooks, we release them each week, and a couple examples of them are already waiting for you in the vaults right now. These examples would be how I'm using Mr. Beast's leaked manual to blow up my own YouTube channel and make 6 figures from YouTube alone. Also, the next playbook is a simple content hack that made one guy over $1 million his first year. Also, another playbook is how one woman, she made $200,000 by borrowing traffic from other websites. Also, you'll see how to use an AI tool called Runway ML to generate AI ads that are 300% more profitable than traditional ads are. You'll also learn how to use Notebook LM, which is a different AI tool that Google puts out, and you'll see how to make tons of website traffic show up on your doorstep and explode your business. And then another example is our 5 profitable newsletter business ideas. So if you ever wanted to start an online newsletter or an email newsletter, you can start one in a single afternoon with this playbook. Those are just a few examples. There's tons of playbooks and other stuff, and we release more every single Friday. You will get another playbook that will cut right through the noise, will bring you a cutting edge, new marketing or business building strategy that will help you either get more traffic, get more money, or make your business bigger. And these are filled with growth hacks, the workflows, the ideas, the strategies and tactics that will help take you from a concept in your mind to cash flow coming into your pocket, and it'll do it fast. Now, over my $100 million that I've made across all of my different businesses, I know what works. And some of them were very painful and frustrating lessons to learn. And now, through Ingeniosity, it's totally free, and I want to share my knowledge with you so that you do not have to go through that. And I look forward to seeing you inside the Ingeniosity members area. Remember, it's free, and each resource is carefully researched, carefully curated, and we check it against all of my hard-won $100 million worth of experience and make sure it's something that is working now, today. By the way, all of it's indexed, cataloged, and roadmapped. You can log in and find these. You'll never be left in the dust again. Some of the other things that you'll get as an Ingeniosity free subscriber is you actually get to learn behind the scenes of what's going on in my own businesses, so you can see what's working in them right now. So these are not just theories, things that I am doing in my businesses. You'll see real life business experiments and case studies that we're releasing. You'll get the practical blueprints, the growth hacks, everything you can deploy. It's like plug and play. You just take the training, implement it, and you can get results. So as a free Ingeniosity subscriber, you'll get all the practical cutting-edge AI tactics that you can use right now in your business so you can participate in this AI revolution. It's all free. It's all right now waiting for you. Go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe. So go to that link that you see on the screen or down below in the comments, click it, and it's totally free. I'll see you over there.